All right, so this is the next day. And so instead of doing the glass, I opted to put a spacer in there and use those metal clicking discs because they seem to work really great. And now I'm in the process of putting these hanger bolts. I actually have to cut them and mounting them in there so that this guy can go on there and they can move back and forth like that, so that I can mount um, the rotor in there. Yeah. And what I'm thinking of doing, I still have to test it first. Instead of putting one magnet on the end here, on the end of the rotor rod, is putting two magnets on there. I think that might work out a little bit better, but I haven't tested it yet with the extra width of the little steel, or yeah, that little clicker plate. It should work out, hopefully. It's just now this is time consuming cutting these lag bolts, but I should have it done shortly here. So it's going faster than I thought. I forgot that I had um, the portable bandsaw, the metal bandsaw I have mounted in that little stand that I made. That made quick work of it. And I pre-tapped the acrylic holes so they're going in pretty easy. Yeah, so hopefully pretty soon here. So without failure, it never ceases to amaze me how I don't think just a little bit ahead. You can see the problem I have here. This brace is in the way here. So what I have to do now is I have to take it out and I have to cut down and take that little piece, take a piece of that brace out. It never goes smooth for me. It's always one thing or another, but that's the joy of building. Ugh. And I always seem to come up with a better idea after I do something. So instead of putting these lag bolts or whatever they're called in here, what I could have done was use these guys, which are inserts, and I have a whole bunch of different types of inserts. I could have put the inserts in here, and then I could have made some type of knob to screw down. I would have made two smaller ones for here, but two larger ones for here, which probably would give me more control, because as it is now, I have to put the bolts on there, tighten them down, but not all the way, just enough so I can slide back and forth. And then once I get it in there, tighten them down. So what I may do is, because I could still, and these are the perfect size too. They're absolute, well, they're almost a perfect size. They're close enough. Let's see. Yeah, they are the perfect size, damn near perfect size. So I may move forward with this idea. And if it turns out it doesn't work out very well, it's very easy for me to take these out and put these guys in. Dag. Problem solved. I cut out that piece. I don't know if you can see it with all the glare. So now I have plenty of room, because there's my mark right there where it goes to the end. And so that'll give me plenty of room. Yeah. I'm still thinking, I still think I should put the inserts in. Now that I think about it even more, I don't know, we'll see. So the only thing I have left now is to put So there's the finished product there, which I still don't like. So now I have to put the carbon fiber rod into the rotor and put the large ring magnets in their place here and see how it works. I also 3D printed a couple of mounts for the smaller ring magnets that I showed you the other day, which I think may work even better. Now, this isn't high enough, obviously, but I don't care about the height. I can always build it up with cutouts of this acrylic. But I think the smaller ring magnet may be better. I've got the other one like this printing out. So if this guy doesn't work out for whatever reason, I can't imagine why it wouldn't. But if it doesn't, I've got, well, I'm still going to do this regardless of whether it works or not. Didn't print very good, although I printed it on super low res because that's what I do for all my parts. And for the most part, they come out okay. All right, let me get it together and see what we got here. All right, so I got the big magnets in there. They look really cool, especially with that bronze-looking back plate. And so I have both of the magnets north-facing in and south-facing outward, because that's how these maglevs work. And then for the rod, also south-facing outward. And then it should sit, it should sit right there like that. I got stainless steel ball bearings, but unfortunately they're magnetic, but that's all right. That's a little tiny piece. I don't think that's going to hurt it. They look really cool. Man, I hope it works. All right, so it's all ready. It's a little bit of a waiting game. I gotta wait for the glue to dry. I don't want to rush it. I also found this guy that I forgot I had. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this guy up. Oh, I got to be careful because those are powerful magnets. Oops, everything is sticking to it. Wait a minute, let me put it under my arm. There we go. I think I'm going to take this guy, and use him inside of the smaller ones, or the smaller new housings that I have. I don't know. I've got a few ideas. I want to try to run one system off of another. In other words, the power that I generate from this big guy, I want to see if I can run a smaller system. I know I can run something like this, because this is a 5-volt system and it takes almost no power to run it. So I know I can run something like that, which might be the first test. This thing spins forever, by the way. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. Also, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put some magnets on the outside here, just to give it a little head start. Anyway, hopefully I can get this thing in there like right now. There it is. And it's going beautifully too. Oh, I'm so psyched. So I ended up putting pretty big sized magnets on the outside. I don't think I needed them. But yeah, those ball bearings on the metal discs there, they are nice. I barely gave this thing a spin. Oh, I'm so psyched it worked. Look at that. That's right in the center there. Doesn't get any better than that. This one seems a little bit, no, that's right in the center too. Seems a little bit low, but wow, that is going beautifully. There it is. Now I just got to put a circuit to it. I think I'm just going to admire it. We'll call this the glam shot, or the Zen shot. That thing is spinning true too, man. It's not wobbling. I mean, a little tiny bit of a wobble, but that's to be expected. None of my stuff is absolutely precision. And I had to re-glue the end cap again. But yeah, those metal discs are working out great. So I learned a lot from this. The magnets, if you're going to use a ring, they have to be right dead center, not a little bit in, kind of like, or a little bit out, kind of like you do with a maglev like that. But in the ring, I mean, it could have gone in a little bit further. It probably also could have come out a little bit further, and I don't think it would have mattered. But the money shot seems to be right dead center, in line, I mean this way. Oh, I can't get over how nice that looks. Carbon fiber's working great. The stainless steel ball bearings don't seem to have much of an effect. What I need to do now is take those magnets off the back and see if that makes a difference. I don't think so, because these are powerful magnets. I didn't even have to even glue those in because I made the tolerances so tight. They're push fit. All right, let me hook up a pancake coil and see how it goes. There it goes. So the distance is really far. So, and I did that on purpose so that it wouldn't go too fast. But that's at 12.6 volts with a good 2-inch distance there. But look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. There's absolutely no flutter. Oh, I'm going to do a lot of experiments with this. So this is the JL94 circuit, but without the output. Without the output circuit. And if I lift the coil up, it really takes off. So I actually had to get it started by lifting it up, and then once it caught, I could let it down. So I do see a flaw in the metal click plates that I have back there, but not too much. I think that might be in the ball bearing and the way I have it set. But it's going nice. That side seems to be working really good. This side has a little bit of flutter in it. But not too much, not too bad. Not even really that bad at all. But listen to that hum. All right, so I got it together. I got it working. The big rings aren't too bad. I have a feeling the smaller rings will be even better, though. They'll be harder to actually set up and get the rotor ends in there. It took me a little bit to get these in there, but it wasn't too bad. All right, guys, tell me what you think. Looking good.